So children, you have already learned in the previous class that what is coding and why do we use coding? You remember? Okay, we'll go back, we'll recall it, and then we'll move ahead. So whenever you want to talk to the computer, that's not an easy task. Do you think? Because computer only understands the language of computer. Am I right? Yes. So can you understand the language of computer? No, because it talks in the terms of codes. So as you cannot understand the computer, computer also can't understand you. Now what to do in that case? You need to learn some instructions which you give to the computer and computer starts working for you, isn't it? And that's called coding. So I'll tell you again, what is coding? Coding is giving the instructions to the computer in the language of computer so that computer works for you. Now, what is language? Okay, first tell me, in which language do you study? Do you talk? What did you say? English? Oh, yes. Hindi? Oh, yes, that's another language. So you have so many languages in which you normally communicate with each other, and same do the computers. Computers also have different languages in which they just take the instructions, do the work and revert you back as per your requirement. So interesting. Now you are going to begin a journey where you learn the language of computer. Feeling excited? Oh, I could see your face. Great. So, the first thing is we'll understand what is code and what are different problem solving skills. And then we will begin a journey for a computer language, that is Scratch. So, let's start, children. And here we go. So, first thing is we will learn what is a code. Children, basically code is a language that is understood by the computer. So, whenever you have to give the order to the computer, you have to basically give the code to the computer, and that you have to first learn, right? So, we use these codes to give the instructions to the computer so that they work for you. Okay, great. Now, most of the gadgets, whatever electronic gadget you use, any device you use, it can be your, not only the laptop, your games, your phones, your tablets. So they all are controlled with the codes because they all are electronic devices and very simple logic work behind it. They cannot understand your language, and you are blessed human beings by the God. So you will learn the language of computer and then you will command over the computer. Okay, good. So with the help of coding, you can learn to create your own apps, your own websites, and moreover, it's a real fun to enhance your skills, right? So children, now it's very necessary to have a problem solving skills when you start working on computer and when you start developing the code. Now, what is this problem solving skills? We need to understand. So, here we go, and we'll be talking about problem solving skills. So, I'm going to give you a situation and then we will relate that situation with problem solving skills. But let us first understand what is this new term around us. So we say that problem solving skill is the ability to solve new and unusual problem situations by taking each step one by one in a very precise manner. That means every step has to be taken one after another in a proper way so that no step gets messed up, No step is just changing the order. So every step has to be taken in a proper way. I'm going to give you a very real example, and then you'll understand what actually is a problem solving skill. So let's take a situation that you are going to celebrate your sister's birthday next week, and you are planning to give a gala birthday party. Now for that party, you need to do certain preparation to make it a grand success, isn't it? Oh, enjoying and imagining the birthday celebration. I could see in your eyes. Wonderful. So what we'll be doing, the very first requirement is we are going to decide the budget of the party so that we could plan the birthday celebration accordingly. So this is the first step. Until you plan the budget, you cannot call the guest. So if you have a small budget, you'll be calling 10, 20 friends, guests. If you have a big budget, you are going to call 50, 100 and even more number of guests in the party. So before making the guest list, the first requirement is you have to plan the budget of the celebration. Okay. So after that, we come to step 2, and step 2 is to just prepare the list of the guests. See, this guest will be coming for the celebration. And then we think, what should be the venue of the party? Because once you have planned the number of guests, then only you'll be thinking whether it should be a small venue, whether it should be a big venue. So when the list of guests is finalized, then we come to the next thing, that is what should be the venue of the celebration. And after that, you send the invitation. Because the invitation cannot be sent before choosing the venue. Because you have to mention your map over there, you have to mention where the guests have to come. So that means we have to follow proper order. So after sending the invitation, then we come for doing the arrangements, what all eatables are required, what type of cake should be there, what should be the weight of the cake and all. So that becomes your step 5. So we say that step 5 is arrangement to be done for cakes and eatables. And once you have placed the order, then you plan for doing the decoration and creating the ambience of the celebration. So that becomes your 6th step, that is getting the decoration done for the party. Okay? And then you'll be gathering all the materials for fun activities, for the games and all. So did you see that every step is followed one after another? And if you just change the order of these steps, the things will become a mess, isn't it? Yay! Yes. So you have learned how to arrange the birthday party now. Come, we move ahead and we are going to plan for some other situation. So look at second situation. Suppose you have decided to make a sandwich for everyone. And now we are going to take the steps. What steps are you going to do? This is all the part of logical thinking. That first thing we'll be doing this, then we'll be going for this, this, this. And you have to scratch your brain and just think out how the things will become successful. Okay? So what we'll do, we will first take, this is how we are going to make the sandwich. We'll first take 2 slices of bread. And after taking the bread slices, we'll apply either butter or mayonnaise on both the slices. And once it is done, then we put 1 slice and add all your veggies of your choice that you want to add in your sandwich. Right? And then what next? You'll add your tomato, cabbage, any veggies you want to add. And finally, some spices as well. It can be oregano, anything. So when everything is done one after another in a proper order, then we will put the second slide over the first slide, and then the sandwich is ready to serve. So did you observe that we do all the things in a proper order, one after another? And that is called the ability of problem solving skills. Understood? Show me your thumbs up. Good. Wonderful. And now we are going to talk more. So you'll be able to solve these problems one after another once you have a good problem solving skills. Okay. So if you talk about coding, now I'm going to relate these problem solving skills with the coding. So when you talk about coding, children, coding is also like giving the instructions to the computer. And you know, computer doesn't have brain like you people have. So computer cannot think at all. Am I right? Because it just work on the instructions that you give to it. And it will keep working accordingly. And then you say computer has done the work. But basically, the work is done by you at the back end because you are giving the instructions to the computer. Am I right? So, who is more smarter, you or computer? Yes, my child, you are more smart. Good. So, now when you give the instructions to the computer, these instructions are joined together and they form a program. This program is called the computer program. And we are going to develop the programming skills in ourselves in the upcoming sessions. So now which programming are you going to learn? We'll be learning about a language that is Scratch. Very interesting coding platform which is going to just make you fun-filled and enjoy the session, and the way you'll be giving the instructions to the computer will be very easy and you will get whatever work you want to be done by the computer. So we say, although there are so many programming languages, but we are starting with the Scratch. Because you know, Scratch is the language that is developed for the children and you can do so many work on it. You can do even like, so you can type the characters, you can produce the sounds, you can do the animation, you can produce the videos, and even you can make the games by learning Scratch. So I could see the excitement you have, and we'll be learning Scratch in the coming classes. Okay. Now, just a fun time, we are going to revise what we have learned so far. Come, we'll be doing fill in the blanks here. So, we'll be taking the help from this hint box. The first sentence is, dash is a program, dash is a language understood by the computer. So, tell me which is the language understood by the computer here? Good, it is Scratch. So, we write here, Scratch is a language understood by the computer. Then second is, we use code language to give dash to the computer. So what do you give to the computer? Good children, we always give instructions to the computer. So I write here instructions. Okay, and it is necessary to have dash skills to create program with codes. Wonderful. We must have problem solving skills. Right here, problem solving. Okay, and then what is Scratch? Scratch is a dash language. Yes, very good. I could hear you are saying it is a programming language. Okay, so we say Scratch is a programming language. And let's come in the last sentence. By learning dash programming, you can create your own games. By learning what? Yes, by learning Scratch programming. So just write here, Scratch programming. You can create your own games. Now we move ahead and we'll be telling which of these statements are true or false. Okay. So first is, coding is not used to give instructions to the computer. What is coding? You remember? We told computer understand coding. So instructions are given to the computer, that is called coding. So this sentence is false. Very good. Then we come at, without coding, we can create our application or website. Can you make the website or apps without coding, children? No, not at all. So again, this statement is false. We cannot get any work done by the computer until you are doing coding for the computer. Got it? And then next is problem solving skill is the ability to solve new situations in the step-by-step manner. Yes, you have already seen two situations in the class today and you have solved every problem by writing them step by step. So this is a true statement. And next is Scratch is not a programming language. No. Scratch is a programming language. How it can be true? It is a false statement. And after that, we come to the next sentence. Scratch contains interesting features such as different characters, backdrops, animation, sounds, and videos. Very true. This is a correct statement. So we write here true. Now, that's all in today's lesson. We are going to meet again. Till then, bye. Happy learning.